Hello everyone, welcome to 7th lecture of units and dimension. Today we will discuss units and dimensions of some derived physical quantities. Students, you have first of all you just observe this, that how we have to find dimensions and units of derived physical quantity, and you have to learn the dimensions also to solve some of the numericals which are based on the application of dimensions. Now I will also post second assignment based on this derived physical quantity. We start with very simple question, very simple derived physical quantities. We start with density. First of all, this rho is the symbol. Symbol can be noted by any alphabets. Density is mass upon volume. Mass upon volume. Unit of mass is kg and that of volume is meter cube. Dimension of mass is m and that of volume is L3 meter cube, length into breadth into height. Therefore, we get dimension as ml minus 3. In some books, it is also written as ml minus 3 T0, and it is a scalar quantity. Number 2, we take a speed as a derived physical quantity. First of all, speed and velocity both have same dimension. Formula for speed is distance upon time. Distance upon time. Unit of distance is meter and that of time is second. And its dimension is given. This dimension of distance is measured in terms of length L and that of time is T. Therefore, we get its dimension as LT minus 1, and it is also a scalar quantity. Now, if we calculate or measure dimension of velocity, we use a formula of displacement upon time. Distance is unit of distance and displacement is same, that is meter, and time is second. That means we get the same dimensions LT minus 1, or it can be written as M0 L1 T minus 1, and it is a vector quantity. That means dimensions does not depend on scalar or vector. Distance and displacement both have same dimension as that of L, and time is T. When T is taken in numerator, its power become minus 1. When L3 is taken in numerator, its power become minus 3. Next we consider acceleration. Acceleration, by what rate the velocity changes. It is also a vector quantity. It is defined as rate of change of velocity. That is velocity upon time. Unit of velocity is meter per second, and that of time is also second. Therefore, we can write its unit as meter per second square. And about its dimension, meter is not m, dimension is not m, meter, the dimension measurement is in terms of L, and second square is T2. Therefore, its dimension will be LT minus 2. This is dimension of acceleration. In this way, students, if you know the formula, then you can easily calculate dimensions of any physical quantity. Now, number 4, I will just derive approximately 20 derived physical quantities, and at least you should know these 20 dimension of these 20 physical quantities. Number 4 is, I have not rubbed this acceleration because number 4 we have to find out dimension of force. I think you have done in this in 9th class, that F is equal to ma. The formula is ma. Now you can directly write the unit of mass is kg, and that of acceleration is meter per second square. It is basically a point of application, therefore it is a vector quantity. And students, you should know also SI units of some of the derived physical quantities. It is basically to honor the scientist. It is based on the name of scientist. The force, unit of force, SI unit of force is Newton. Now we calculate it is vector quantity, and how to find dimension? Dimension of kg is m, that of meter is L, and second square is T2. When T power 2 take into numerator, we have m L T minus 2. The fourth dimension of force is very important. It is mLT minus 2. Now, may be possible that more than one physical quantity have same dimension, but it is not possible that a physical quantity possesses more than one dimension. That means more than one physical quantity have same dimension. Now next is momentum. 5a is momentum. I have written a. 5th a is momentum. Momentum given by P, it is product of mass and velocity. It is a vector quantity. We have also another formula. Force is defined as rate of change of momentum. Mass is kg and velocity is meter per second. This is the unit of momentum. Therefore, its dimension of kg is m, that of meter is L, and T at the denominator. If does not write any power, it's understood that if it is no power, that means it is 1. M1, you can write as M1 L1. When t is taken to numerator, it becomes t minus 1. If you know any other formula, you can approach this with that formula also. That means force is defined as rate of change of momentum dp by dt. You can proceed from this formula also. But from this formula we will get another physical quantity that is called as impulse. 5b, these two physical quantities have the same dimension. One is momentum and second is impulse. What is impulse? When we apply large force for a small duration of time, we call it as impulse. If we have to insert a nail in the wall, then the hammer will hit the nail for a very small duration of time and the force must be large, then that is called as impulse. When a ball is hit by the bat, the contact time is very small, force is large. Basically, impulse measures the total effect of force. Total effect of force. The unit can be written as force is having Newton, time is second. That means kg meter per second as well as Newton second, maybe the unit of this momentum. And for dimensions, force is having a dimensions m, l, t minus 2. We have done this fourth one. And delta t is change in time, its dimension is t. This is minus 2, this is 1. These powers are simply added algebraically. Therefore, finally we get m, l, t minus 1. This is the dimension of impulse. Next is work done. Number 6. We move to work done. Work done is, everybody I think knows about the formula of work done. Work done is from work energy theorem. Work done is change in potential energy and it is equal to force into displacement. Now next is work done. Work done I think 6 number. Work done. Now work done, again I put A here. Work done is force into displacement, noted by W. We simply use force into displacement. Unit of force is Newton, displacement is meter. Therefore, its unit is Newton meter, and it is a scalar quantity, and its SI unit is joule. Name of the scientist, and it is a scalar quantity. What are dimension? Dimension of force. We have done just now m, l, t minus 2, and that of displacement is L. Now this power 1 and this power 1 simply added and gives power 2. Therefore we have ml2 t minus 2. This is the dimension of work done. The similar dimensions of another physical quantity we'll get is energy. It is also clear from work energy theorem that work done is transferring to energy, or energy stored is equal to work done. Energy, any energy, whether it is kinetic energy, potential energy, electrostatic energy, chemical energy, they have the same units and dimension. Let me take kinetic energy. First thing which you have to keep in your mind, that these constants, integers, pi, theta, they does not have any dimension. It is a scalar quantity, its unit is also joule. And another unit MKS system we can write meter, it is kg, velocity is meter per second whole square, or kg meter square upon second square, and its dimension is given as kg is m, meter square is L2 upon T2. When T2 is taken to numerator, we get mL2 T minus 2. Now another physical quantity having the same dimension is torque. I think you are listening this torque first time. Torque. Torque produces turning effect or rotational. For rotational motion we need torque. Whenever equal and opposite force acts on a body, a torque comes into play. For example, if you have to open the door, in that case a torque will act. When you turn a car, again a torque will act on it. We just come to simple the formula of the torque. The formula is R cross F, or we call it as force into force arm. Its SI unit is joule, same, and it is also a scalar quantity. R is meter, force is Newton, therefore its unit is same, Newton meter, and its dimension will also be same, Newton meter. For Newton meter it is same dimension, Newton meter. M for force, MLT minus 2, for force ML T minus 2, and for R it is L, and we get ML2 T minus 2. Now all these three physical quantities have same dimension. That means if you know the dimension of work done, you have to just keep in your mind that torque is having same dimension as that of work done. It is easy to learn the dimension of torque in this way. Now next is power. Number 7 is power. Before power we discuss this pressure. Number 7 is let pressure. Pressure is also a scalar quantity, and its formula is, pressure is given as, formula is force per unit area. Pressure is noted by P, and its formula is force per unit area. Force is Newton, area is meter square, and the SI unit of pressure is Pascal. And dimension for pressure is, for force the dimension is MLT minus 2, and for area, length into breadth, it is L2, or we get ML. When this 2 is taken numerator, it is 1 minus 2 is minus 1, and T minus 2. This is the dimension of pressure. You have to keep in your mind, suppose we have x1 into x2 upon x4 suppose. So when it is in product, the power will simply add. The power is simply add. But when it is written from denominator to numerator, power will subtract minus 4. Finally it is minus 1. This is the simple theory. Suppose we have ax into ay, so we get ax plus y, and if we have ax upon ay, we get ax minus y. A simple theory of division and product. I think all of you are aware about it. Now pressure and stress have same dimension. This is A, Next is B. B is stress. Stress is also having same dimension as that of pressure. The formula is same, force upon area, same unit Newton per meter square, and same dimension ml minus 1 t minus 2. The only difference between pressure and stress is pressure is both compressive as well as elongative in nature. Pressure is only compressive in nature, whereas stress is both compressive as well as elongative in nature. For example, if you have to invite your friend on your birthday, you can't say that I am in very much pressure to celebrate my birthday. You have stress of celebrating your birthday, but you can't say the pressure. Now, modulus of elasticity. There are three modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity. Bulk modulus, Young modulus, and shear modulus. All these modulus of elasticity have same formula: stress upon strain. Now strain is a physical quantity which does not have any units and dimension. Therefore, bulk modulus, Young modulus, and shear modulus have same dimension as that of stress, and stress is having same dimension as that of pressure. That means all these quantities have same units and dimension, that is m l minus 1 t minus 2. Now in this way you have to learn that which quantities have the same dimensions. Sometimes question may be asked that which quantities out of these given have the same dimensions. So keep on learning. Thank you. Have a nice